Hello, Mark. These are the testing of your carburetors, and I want to go over a few things. After the car has been sitting for a few days, no matter what the circumstances, you will need to prime the fuel system, and that's why there's a priming lever on the side of the fuel pump. And I just put in a new gas can here for the carburetors, so I've got to prime this, and you can hear it squishing, and then you can feel it change pressure on the lever, and also the tone will change when you have fuel pumped up and filling the fuel bowls of the carburetors. And this is why they put the priming lever on there, so you could do this instead of cranking the starter for a long period of time, getting the fuel pumped into the carburetors. Rather than fix the fuel system with an electric fuel pump like they should have, they put this priming lever on here. So, check our... It doesn't always take this long. It simply takes this long because I'm filling up a gas, because I just put the gas can down on the base of the, there's the gas can down there, and drawing fuel from 3 feet up. So I think we got fuel. Now we'll go over the carburetors real quick. Go over what we did. Obviously all the machine work. Got throttle shafts, new throttle shafts and bushings. Got new throttle plates or butterflies. We've got all new factory gaskets, which you can tell because the originals are red. You can see the red ones right here. And we did all the machine work. All the flat surfaces have been milled. The all the steel parts have been cadmium plated, not zinc plated, because the zinc is too thick. Won't allow things to go back together. What else? I don't have the studs in yet in the binding screws. I'll do that later on. On yours, of course, we have all this throttle shaft really done and all your linkage done. Something about the mounting of the carburetors. I'll give you instructions, but try to do them in a crisscross fashion so that you don't put undue stress on one of these ears. Anytime you're doing, and then when you're doing the fuel inlet, you use 2 wrenches, one to stabilize this fitting, because if you don't, you have the possibility of ripping the threads out here, and you use the other wrench to do your work. Let's see, I will show you about adjusting and tuning. Alright, let's we got a cold engine, and the only way you can tune and adjust these carburetors is with a with the engine properly warmed up. Now the problem that I was having was one of these butterflies had a slight machining intolerance, imperfection in it, and the machine work, as long as you got the near perfect machine work, a brain damaged syphilitic monkey could rebuild these carburetors, but since the monkey didn't show up, I went ahead and did it, and they turned out really, really well. But the key is the machine work. That's what takes care of your air leaks. So let's see if we can't start some carburetors. You give a couple of pumps, hit the choke, and you notice I'm using the choke to modulate the idle. Your choke is directly connected to your throttle linkage, which you can see moving here. And that's all you're doing with the choke. When you're operating the choke, is you're just simply opening up the throttle as if you had your foot on the gas. And what you want to do is get this thing warmed up. You modulate the choke on the dash to where you can drive the car comfortably. In your climate, this should not be a problem. Your climate is similar to Dallas. And so you can see on a warm 80-degree day, we've already got idle. We don't have to have any choke anymore, and we can go driving off into the sunset. But in order to adjust these, we have to have them up to temperature. I want to have to tie this on here to keep my slave choke from closing on me. I just want to keep them open at all times.